Introduction. The Indian Ocean, one of the busiest and most critical maritime regions in the world. Nearly 70,000 ships pass through its waters each year, carrying everything from oil to essential goods. At the heart of this vast ocean lies a quiet but intense rivalry between two of the world's biggest powers, India and China. And the stakes couldn't be higher. While China may seem like the dominant force, India is quietly outmaneuvering its northern neighbor with a well-thought-out strategy. India has been enhancing its naval capabilities, especially around its Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a crucial location that acts like a gatekeeper to the strategic Malacca Strait. This region is vital for the world's shipping, and more importantly, 80% of China's oil imports pass through this very strait. So, what's India doing to challenge China's influence here? Chapter 1. India is rapidly upgrading its naval infrastructure. Take INS Baz, for example, located on Great Nicobar Island. The base is undergoing a major upgrade, extending its airstrip and improving its surveillance capabilities. And nearby, INS Cohassa is following the same path. These upgrades allow India to monitor one of the busiest shipping routes in the world, and even more importantly, China's movements. With new military installations, advanced radar systems, and surveillance capabilities, India can keep a close eye on any Chinese naval activity near the Malacca Strait. This, in turn, gives India leverage over China's vital energy supplies. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a 572-island chain located at the crossroads of the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea, may be small in size, but they are the linchpin of India's Indian Ocean strategy. They make up just 0.2% of India's landmass, but account for a third of India's exclusive economic zone. India's policymakers know that controlling this region means controlling the gateway to the Indo-Pacific. But India knows that naval power alone is not enough. It needs alliances and smart diplomacy. To counterbalance China's growing presence in the region, India has been actively strengthening its relationships with major powers like the US, Japan, and Australia, forming what is known as the Quad Alliance. This not only increases India's influence in the region, but also gives China something to worry about. At the same time, India is modernizing its naval fleet, aiming to increase its fleet from 140 to 200 warships by 2027. India's Navy is undergoing one of the largest modernization efforts in its history. However, building such a fleet takes time and money, and India faces budget constraints. A significant part of its resources is tied up in the ongoing standoff with China in the Himalayas and tensions with Pakistan. But India isn't relying on warships alone. It's using technology and geography to its advantage. Indian strategists are developing a network of undersea surveillance sensors stretching across the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, making it difficult for Chinese submarines to operate undetected in the Indian Ocean. This network of sensors and drones helps India monitor Chinese submarines and naval movements, potentially blocking them from entering Indian waters. This is a massive advantage for India in maintaining control over its territory and ensuring security in the region.
Conclusion. Naturally, all these developments have left China worried. Beijing knows that India's growing influence in the Indian Ocean could jeopardize its economic interests, especially its energy supply routes through the Malacca Strait. To counter India's moves, China has increased pressure on India in other regions, like the Himalayas. But while China may try to distract India on land, it cannot halt India's growing presence at sea. In the end, while China may have the world's largest navy, India's strategic location, smart diplomacy, and alliances are giving it an edge in the Indian Ocean. The future of this rivalry will not only be decided by military might, but also by the strategic use of geography and partnerships. India, for now, seems to be playing its cards right. As India continues to upgrade its naval capabilities and strengthen its presence in the Indian Ocean, the Indo-China rivalry is set to take a new turn. The question is not whether India can beat China, but how far India will go in securing its maritime dominance. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Enlight IQ. Stay connected for more updates on global geopolitics.